If you guys are trying to take your training to the next level and you want to increase your speed, your power, your conditioning, then you got to check out Phil Daru's 8-week heavy hitter boxing program. I'm telling you guys right now, there's no joke.
You Russian Dante's boxing edition.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So we have heard so many people that are surrounding Canelo Alvarez's circle come out and say he needs to fight Jermal Charlo. We heard Oscar De La Hoya say it. Oscar De La Hoya said, if Canelo wants to be great, he's going to have to fight Charlo and Demetrius Andrade. Someone asked Bernard Hopkins in an interview, is Canelo already considered a Mexican great? And Hopkins said for him to be a Mexican great, he's going to have to fight Jermal Charlo. We've heard Marcos Maidana say he needs to fight Charlo. We've heard a lot of Mexican greats, former champions, say it as well. Now we're even hearing Canelo Alvarez's trainer say he has to fight Jermal Charlo sooner or later. Now listen to what else he said about Jermal Charlo when it comes to his fighter facing him. Quote, yes, Canelo versus Charlo is a good fight. Charlo has a lot of qualities. He's spectacular, tall, for the division, strong, and has good boxing skills. Sooner or later, that fight has to happen. End quote. Guys, what do I always say? You can throw the truth in a jail cell. Throw away the key. That truth is going to find a way to break free. The truth will always come to light. And the truth I'm talking about right here is, notice how Canelo's trainer, he didn't use any of the talking points that you will hear these decafs on the internet use to defend Canelo. He could have easily said, Charlo, who has he fought? Who has he fought? He hasn't fought anyone, and he's not really that good. We would win that fight. He doesn't really have that many skills. He didn't say any of those things. In fact, if anything, it was the complete contrary. All those things that Canelo's trainer just said about Charlo, how spectacular he is, how tall and strong, and his boxing skills that he possesses. You notice he hasn't said these things about Caleb Smith, right? They never said this about Rocky Fielding. Sure, they talked about Sergey Kovalev fighting all the way at 175 and the fact that Canelo can win another title there, but they didn't call Sergey Kovalev spectacular with boxing skills. So if even Canelo's trainer believes that Jermal Charlo is this spectacular, why hasn't Canelo faced him yet? That is a rhetorical question. It answers itself. I keep telling you, man, my logo doesn't say the whole truth for nothing. Everything I tell you is the whole truth, and it always comes to light. It always comes to fruition. Most of the time, even the people that I'm talking about will come out and almost say word for word what I've been saying for years. Once again, these fighters that we're usually talking about, they seldomly ever agree with Canelo fans on the internet, or just Canelo fans in general, that will make up the most ridiculous things that even the person they're defending won't even agree with. There is only one way you can explain vacating your belt to not fight the mandatory, who your trainer believes is spectacular, tall, strong for the weight class, and has some really good boxing skills, and you still don't want to fight him. There's only one way you can explain that. You can no longer use the excuse that Canelo moved up to 168, because Charlo said he'll move all the way up to 175 to fight Canelo Alvarez. So as long as Jermal Charlo keeps winning, there will always be an enormous amount of pressure for Canelo Alvarez to fight him. Because like I told you, deep down, these Canelo fans, they agree with everything that Reynoso just said. Everything he said, they agree with. But they're not going to say that because they have to stay on code. And we know it's about staying on code because every time a great Mexican fighter comes out and speaks the truth about Canelo, they call him a sellout. Which translation is, we all know that it's true, dummy, but you're not supposed to admit it. So we know what time it is. They all know how dangerous Charlo is. And we know that they know this because all of the things they say about Jermal Charlo, he's a bum, who has he fought? They don't say this when Canelo Alvarez is fighting against Rocky Fielding. Or that other guy that he was going to fight, which I done forgot his name now, but the other guy that he was supposed to fight who had just lost to Chris Eubank Jr. So they always end up telling on themselves. Now, Canelo Alvarez, we all know, is facing Caleb Smith next. And you know, when it comes to Canelo Alvarez, the bar is often set so low for him that we usually get happy whenever he's not fighting a Rocky Fielding or a past his prime Sergey Kovalev. So there's no doubt about it. Caleb Smith is a good name on Canelo Alvarez's resume. But he's not, as Canelo Alvarez's trainer put it, a spectacular fighter. And if Canelo Alvarez doesn't beat any spectacular fighters that really pose a threat, like Jermal Charlo, Demetrius Andrade, David Benavidez, Arthur Beterbiev, Dimitri Bivol, then he will ruin his legacy just like Gennady Golovkin did. If you guys want to know how the Canelo versus Caleb Smith fight is going to play out, go back and watch Caleb Smith versus John Ryder. I don't believe the full fight is on YouTube. If anyone finds it, send me a link, put it in my comment section. I only found the highlights, but watch the highlights. I believe it's a 7-minute video. That will tell you how Caleb is going to look in the Canelo Alvarez fight. Caleb almost has no chance in this fight. I don't see this fight being competitive at all, simply for the reason that Caleb Smith has zero inside game when it comes to fighting. He cannot fight on the inside at all. You look at these images on the screen, and when you go watch the fight, this is exactly what you will see over and over and over again every single time the much shorter John Ryder gets on the inside, which coincidentally, John Ryder is around the same height as Canelo. And on top of him having no inside game, even when he's fighting at the distance he prefers, he's very slow when he throws his punches. And this is what makes fighters like Jermal Charlo and Demetrius Andrade spectacular, because they can fight on the outside and they can fight on the inside, and they're doing it all with speed, technique, and athleticism. So Canelo Alvarez, he took one step forward facing Caleb Smith, but he's gonna have to take about 3 or 4 steps forward fighting someone like Jermal Charlo or the rest of the guys that I mentioned. Let's see if he does it. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one. And for some of you guys that were in my comment section saying you're having a problem going to the website where you want to learn how to do stocks and trades with me, you have to make sure you add the HTTPS to the website address, because if you don't add that and just put www, it won't show up. What's going on, guys? You know, I've always wanted to find a second source of income. And I've always wanted to learn about stocks and trades because I've heard so much good stuff about it. So I finally found a way to do it. And now I'm learning from 6, 7, 8-figure traders. So not only am I learning from them, but the most important thing is I get to copy their trade. So I get to earn while I learn. Now, if you want the full details, click on the link below so you can learn while you copy and paste their trades. And just understand this, guys, just by watching the video, you're doing a great job of supporting my channel, and I appreciate it. And the craziest thing about doing this trading is you can do it anywhere. All you need is an internet connection, and you can do it just with your phone. So if you want to learn how to make a second income alongside me without having to pitch, sell, or recruit, go ahead and click on the link below, and I'll see you inside. You know, I always say on this channel, pay-per-view fights should actually be free. And now the day has come where I'm about to hook you up with an app where you can watch all your pay-per-view events, boxing, UFC, etc. for free. I want to introduce Block TV, the best internet streaming television app out there. They provide over 3,600 channels, including HBO, Cinemax, Showtime, and Stars. They have a massive video on demand library with over 40,000 of the new release movies and the latest TV series. And it also includes DVR. So you're getting all of this for $34.99 a month. And once again, that includes free pay-per-view. So this one right here is a no-brainer, guys, because back in Las Vegas, I was paying damn near $200 a month for my cable. Those days are long gone now. So to get the app, make sure you guys go over to getblocktv.com and put in my promo code and get 30% off your first month. You also get a free month for every friend you refer. The promo code is DBNation. If you guys are trying to take your training to the next level and you want to increase your speed, your power, your conditioning, then you gotta check out Phil Daru's 8-week heavy hitter boxing program. I'm telling you guys right now, there's no joke.